Send it. So 23 to spend. I don't have really any like hard rules with Russia. It's more just I just try to spend every single IPC I've got, pretty much. 5 and 2 looks nice. We're going to be spending 1 artillery here on Ukraine, so I'll do probably 2 to. We might actually have to deploy entirely into Russia here. Hang on. Whoa. That looks super. Look at that. Look how weird that looks. It's because I flew the US fighter out. There's a gap. It makes it look like that's really weird. It should adjust for that, right? It should move them back over because they are 100% into Russia, not West Russia. That's really weird. I had to double check then just to make sure we weren't actually leaving the Russians alone on defense. That would be disastrous. Four missing fighters that are actually in Moscow, not West Russia. No, we're fine. We're fine. Jesus Christ. Get me nervous for a second. Okay, so we'll try and cap Novo just to avoid any problems. Not that we need to, actually. We could probably go lighter here. I feel more comfortable going... Oh, shit. Ah, shit. Let's try that. Let's go as light as we can. I'm feeling risky. Let's go light. So again, we're probably not going to take Novo, but I'd like to just at least kill the infantry on it. Whoa, big hits from the artillery infantry combo. Nice. Good start. Okay, I feel less worried about Novo now. Well, that was a clean round. I'm glad we went light. Damn. That's always the feeling, though. When you went light to a battle and you win it, you always feel like, oh, yeah, it was a good decision. But then so often you'll lose those fights and just not gain anything. Even you went and kill the infantry for it, or just lose 1 infantry yourself. Yeah, it's a bit... Okay. So, let's think about here. I almost wanted to go for, like, a Kazakh stack early here. It may have been possible, actually, if I was to push the percentages slightly. The problem is it would have meant throwing a lot of infantry out of position. I probably would have done it with tanks, I suppose, but we may have been able to get away with it, I'm not sure. I probably should have considered that longer, actually, the Kazakh stack. Because it may have been a possibility. Throwing guys in like this is a bit risky for Japan, because obviously if we can kill it off... If we get a clean fight here, which is, you know, I'm hoping we can, then they've lost a bit of momentum. If they were to keep these guys back, it would have been a bit more threatening, but pushing straight in hard is a bit risky. So we might be able to get with... If he does that again, if he counterattacks with everything in Sichuan, I think I'll probably try and look into stacking that early. Because you can go Russia first, and the UK jumps into support afterwards, so that could be an idea. Anyway, for now, let's just shore up this. Because the one danger we've got is if we get a really shit fighting Kazakh and don't actually manage to kill much, which is unlikely, but it's definitely possible. So maybe we'll be a bit careful what we're putting in. We only need 13 infantry, essentially. We currently have 15. We've got 6 fighters. That's comfortable. Okay, I was going to leave these 4 back, maybe. Just in case. What are we deploying? 7. Okay. So it's going to be 7 here. I'd like to put 4 in Caucasus, because obviously odds are we're going to probably kill that, but if there's a couple left over, like maybe there's like a couple of tanks or something, they're going to have 4 units, maybe like a couple of tanks and a couple of planes to hit Caucasus. So if we have 4 here, it's going to be harder for them to take. So I'll do that. I think I'll leave 4 here, drop 4 here, and drop the spare 3 in there. Let's do that. I'll have the better units here, I think, actually. Do that. I like that. That's good to me. Okay, on to UK 4 against Diano. Right, for Germany 4, he went for another fighter. So Consistently buying fighters here. He's bought 2 so far. Okay, just 2. Put some tanks in there as well. So, yeah, pretty heavy on the big hitters, tanks and fighters, not so much in infantry. So again, West Russia is looking okay. What did he move much in there? 3 infantry from Finland. He actually pulled back some guys. Yeah, some guys from Baltic states moved back. From Germany, okay. Alright, fair enough. But yeah, it's looking alright in West Russia. Again, I'm going to try and maintain fighter buys for the time being, just one around maybe. It's going to get probably quite tight. Yeah, should be right. I've got up to 3 transports as well. We've got 1, 2. I'm just buying a 3rd, and we might just leave it there for the time being. I might get a 4th later down the road, at some point. But for now, I'm happy with 3. 3 you can trade quite effectively. As I said, I want to maintain fighter buys for the time being, so 3 is a nice number to settle on for a bit. So fighter, 3 infantry for India, and we're obviously going to try and kill Kazakh. I think I'm going to probably just drop into season 6, because it means I can drop a transport safely, and we've still got enough fleet nearby to defend against these 7. That shouldn't be a problem. I'm going to try to kill the sub on US4, the destroyer, and some air support. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 defenders versus 7 planes. So I'm more than happy he wants to take that fight. I'd welcome that fight, to be honest. Kill some German aircraft. That's totally fine for me. So we don't actually necessarily need much north. This bomb is not in range of 3. Well, assuming I kill this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need to take all these 3, and it should be fine. So yeah, I'm going to probably try to take Iceland with the UK transport here, and let the US have the income in Scandinavia. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We'll go for that. But yeah, we'll try and cap Northwestern here if we can. Cruiser. 2 fighters, one of which is going to go to West Russia, and then I'm going to fly 1 down to India. Again, I want to try and keep the fighting numbers high in India, because that means I can pull out more infantry to help with the Kazakh trading. So that's okay. Let's grab you, try and take Iceland, the bombardment. Fingers crossed there. Okay, that's good. And forgot the key thing here. Don't particularly like spending the tank straight away, but we're going to kill some of his. I'm still not quite sure about this move, to be honest. But if it goes badly for me here, then it might pay off, I suppose, because it's pulling a lot of guys out of India. But still, should be fine. 6 planes is decent. Okay, let's give that a try, I think. Again, I don't want to tap burn without air support. Throwing 2 guys into it just seems wasteful, to be honest. Okay, let's do it. Alright, fingers crossed. Okay, that's good. Let's do Iceland next. Oh, we have to do Iceland next. It's an amphibious assault. Okay. I actually planned for that. I expected 1 hit back on that attack, so I bought enough to give this guy an extra infantry when he picks up the tank again. Right, this is the big one though. This is the key one. I want to take this really clean if I can. Okay, pretty shit. Although terrible from them, really bad. I'm going to push on, obviously. Oh, why couldn't I have got that in the first round? We would have lost 1 infantry for that. Okay, still pretty good though. That's actually really good trading. They got very little value from that. So that's good. Okay, we are heavy here. Oh, no, that's wrong. So, 1. We need... I'm going to give us 6 fighters. I really need to delete some of these. Let's get rid of all this shit. Alright. So, 3 back here. Pull the guys across. Not much I can do with the sub just yet. Okay. And so for India then, I can leave 8 infantry in India and still have 80% to hold, so it's pretty comfortable. We could even go with 7 actually. 7's not bad. 7 gives them like a 30% to win the fight, which is just awkward. So I'm gonna assume he's not gonna do that or pull out more infantry. So it leaves us 8 in there. You pull out quite a lot, can't we? So 3 and 1. Let's do it for that. Let's do it. Actually, we've got way more than I thought we would have. Maybe let's pull out a bit more here. Let's pull out what we said. So we've got 5 left. So we're going to put 3 in there. It's not bombed. So we're going to have 8 infantry there, which is more than comfortable, I think, for India. We've got 6 guys set up. So possibly this round we can think about the Kazakh stack then. As you can see here, there's no major reinforcements now coming towards Karelia. They've got maybe 1, so maybe 3 ground possibly and some fighters, but we can adjust for that with fighters of our own, so that's totally fine. So I think Kazakh might be on the cards here. Let's just make a note for Russia. Okay, so how are we looking? 186, 183, just overtaking them on the tap power, which is nice. Yeah, this is going to be awkward for them to trade. If he goes for this, he's going to have to commit a lot to it. He's actually not got many. 1, 2, 3. Actually, he's got 4 planes in range, so he might try and take this back. But if he gets some lucky rolls, it's going to be really awkward. It's going to drain his reinforcements quite quickly here. So yeah, we'll try for a Kazakh stack. Might be an idea. And I think we can probably squeeze out a couple of fighters as well to help defend this, because we do have spare planes around. So I think we can probably get away with reinforcing this with a few planes as well. So okay, we are here for round 4 US against the yeah, I've just done the calculations for Kazakh, and I think we can get away with the stacking Kazakh this round, which is really nice. It's tempted to go for something a bit more aggressive down here. I still might actually. I love seeing either Belarus or Ukraine still under Russian control after Germany's been. It's always really nice. It's such a bonus, even a small bonus, but like for Russia, every little bit helps. So that's nice to see. But anyway, let's crack on. So I'm going to just delete. Actually, I'll leave them there because I forget. So this round, it's pretty much been just buying land actually, because I've got actually a lot of transports going out, so I need to replenish them. I'm going to probably start. He's put the. Yeah, I'll go over Japan something quickly actually. He got the transport for 37, which I thought was coming, as well as a complement of ground across the board. So obviously with Africa is threatened at this point. Madagascar's probably going to fall pretty quickly, as is South Africa. So I'm going to get at least one transport load into Africa early, and I've got the guys moving through Northern Africa, so I'll get a couple of guys moving through South, and I might reinforce as and when we need them. I'd like to have 4 going in actually this round, but I've not got the. So yeah, I can only afford to fill up 6 transports, so I can't move out 7. I won't be able to fill them. I could probably just about do it, like awkwardly, but it's not ideal. So I'll just wait, and that's fine. I'll put 1 in there for now. We can reinforce with more if we want to. That's fine. Yeah. Okay. So that's going to be the buy this round. Yeah. Okay. Let's go for that. There's also things I'm not quite sure about where I'm putting out. We've got obviously a big defence in Season 6 against these 7 planes. We could have a max of 9 defenders if I wanted. I'm toying with the idea of having 8, which I think is actually probably totally fine, because I want to have more fighters to hold West Russia. These 3, the big points of contention right now. So I'm gonna have fighters over there spare. Anyway, that's the buy. Let's crack on. So let's do. Actually, I probably could have gone light, couldn't I? Fuck it. Do that. Do this, and we can move those in the non-com. That's fine. Any jobs for the bomber? There's no weak targets. I'm not particularly concerned about going for a industrial bomb on these two. I just don't. We're going for Germany. I don't want to use a US bomber on Japan. That just seems wasteful. We're not going to make any real dent in their economy. So I think actually going for Germany might be the way. So I might pull this back to West Russia and start bombing. Start Strat bombing Berlin on a round by round basis. Of course, it's going to die straight away. So as soon as we start doing that, we'll die round one. But at least we can try. I'll give it a go. So I'll move this up actually. It's nice having a bomb rush was in India because it does threaten some sea zones. They can't get away with anything. They can't have, nothing defending 61. So it kind of does tie a bit of fleet down, I suppose. Is the one benefit to having it in India right now. But yeah, I'll decide on the non-com. That's fine. So anything else we can do combat-wise? Yes, I was going to do this, wasn't it? So finally trying or hoping to kill that sub. I'll be disappointed if we can't get that. And then that should be all good. So I do kind of need that sub to die because it might tempt him into going for season 6. Although that still would probably benefit us, actually killing a lot of German air, but still, I'd rather not take the risk of that fight going super well for him. Okay. Yeah, I'm just not convinced by any Strat bombs down here. Could potentially go for Karelia here, actually. If we are going to move it out, I could Strat bomb Karelia. It's not an ideal Strat bomb because the best you can do, most damage you can do is 4, so you're not really fully utilising the bomber's power, and it increases the risk, I think. Fuck it, let's do it. Let's go for it. Why not? Why not? Let's give it a go and see it crash and burn early. Okay, let's commit to that. How's that look? Okay, 4. Oh, that's incredible. What a perfect Strat bomb. Gotta love it. Oh, Strat bombing is such a love-hate thing. It can go so well for you, but it can also go so badly. But when it works out like that, it's always satisfying. Okay, season 6. Let's move. So cruiser, carrier, 2 fighters. Finally, that sub's dead. Battleship up to season 3. There's no threats in season 3 right now. This bomber's not quite in range. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not quite in range. Xinjiang's the one you have to watch out for because you can land back in Karelia. So we'll keep an eye out for that. Let's do this. I wanted you in. There are options here. I can move. It's got 4 transports trained on India. I'm just going to double check my calculations for Kazakh. I think we can probably get away with that fight. Does help a lot actually. I kind of want 1 fighter in there. I think I'm going to go for it. Obviously, the benefit of having more fighters in India is you can move more infantry out of India, which is great. But it's nice to have a fighter in each province. Like any province you're stacking, it's great to have at least 1 fighter, just because they are so useful in defence. Behind a big stack of infantry, they just do so much damage. Anyway, let's get these guys going. Starting off our Finland stack. I think what's nice here is the fact that obviously he's been buying fighters as Germany, so his infantry numbers are a lot lower than they should be. So the combined pressure from all 3 allied nations here should hopefully cripple Karelia quite quickly. If we can get a big stack and just threaten the 3-way punch, they're gonna have to just back off. And once we get Karelia, we can really start ramping up the pressure on the Axis, because it just opens up the floodgates for the entire, US army to just flood through and just reinforce Moscow, push Japanese back. Karelia falling is a big deal, so we'll try and aim for that quickly. So let's get infantry artillery going down to West Africa. Reinforce here with a couple of guys. This sub can move forward. We'll threaten the. Not that it can do much. I suppose actually it might have been an idea to leave this bomber where it was. Kazakh's not a bad spot either actually for the bomber, because we can still range 61 comfortably. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, not quite. Okay. Let's go to West Russia. That's fine. Just means I don't have to defend it in Caucasus. I might want to deploy into Moscow, so that's fine. Okay, moving forward. Make sure we're on subs retreat, which we aren't. Okay, I have remembered this time. End of round 4. I shut the tap power. So 200 for the Allies, 193 for the Axis, looking good. They're only in the 70s, which is good. Well, actually bang on 70, but we are obviously outproducing them, as you'd expect. So looking good. Looking good.